What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, we here today to talk about some producer beef. I don't know if it's beef, but I guess it's some friendly competition between top producers in the game right now. It all started with Hitmaka being on Hot 97 with Jim Jones. People were talking about the comparison between him and Hit-Boy, and he was basically saying, hey, I love Hit-Boy, but he ain't got no music on the radio. I'm on the radio. Hit-Boy's not on the radio. He's a legendary producer. I love Hit-Boy, but he's not on the radio. He's been doing it way longer than me. He's a great guy. Keeping it a bean though, if you play the soundtrack to your life for the last 4 or 5 years on radio, I know it's gotta be frustrating for him because my name is so similar, my brother. But Hitmaka, not Hit-Boy. He got on the radio talking spicy at Hot 97. Hit-Boy came back. Instead of talking and doing an interview, he decided to drop a snippet or a sample of a brand new song that's yet to be released, where he's taking aim at not only Hitmaka, but other contemporaries in this space. Alright, so this video was originally uploaded by Rory, the podcast host who used to be with Joe Budden. He's gone on to do the Rory and Maul podcast. It's been successful, it's doing his thing, but he's the one that posted the Hit-Boy video of him in the studio actually playing this record, and he says, unfortunately, I'm the mutual friend that's instigating the beef rather than fixing it, LOL. It's on you, Hitmaka. So he basically said the ball's in your court now. You wanted to talk on the radio, Hit-Boy responded with a record. Now it's your turn to talk on music. Hitmaka then commented down below on Rory's video, and he basically said, you can't come at me with this outdated ass rap. You giving me punchlines from 2006. This ain't gonna cut it, and it's not gonna get played on the radio. So again, Hitmaka's argument still stands. He's not budging on the fact that he believes you can't be named as a top producer without radio hits. In the track, as y'all heard when I just played it, usually homeboys with producers I get compared to, but on this one I want to see him stretched out, extra leg room. I don't really know dude, he seemed like a cool cat, but I never once heard Metro Boomin do boom bap. I never heard a Southside beat without an 808 in it. HB in drunk driver mode, I swerve in every lane with it. I F with mustard, he can make that ratchet ish with his eyes closed, but now I'm starting to wonder, can that nigga chop soul? So basically in this track, he's talking about his versatility as a producer, which I think is something that is kind of missing in the game right now. Everybody's got their own little select lane, everybody's got one sound. But with me growing up, I really liked the producers that could swerve in multiple lanes. That's why Timbaland was so revered. That's why Pharrell, Just Blaze, Bink, those are the type of producers that I always gravitated to me as an artist and as a listener of hip hop. People that could make a variety of different types of tracks where you could literally get one producer on your album and he could cover all the bases by the time you got to track 12. Now that's not something to hold against the current producers or the producers of the last 20 years or anything like that, because everybody has their own thing and you have to create and craft your own sound, your own niche in order to stand out in the market. Nowadays, everybody's got a beat tag, everybody's got a sound effect, everybody's got something that makes them stand out, right? But the same thing that can make you unique can also make you one-dimensional if you stay in that lane for too long. So he's basically saying everything that y'all do, I can do, and arguably I might do it better. Over the course of the last couple years, Hit-Boy's primarily been producing for Nas. So of course when Hitmaka says his music's not on the radio, those Nas projects are not radio friendly records. Not to say that they can't be played on the radio, but they're not aiming for #1 hits, top 10 Billboard hits, Billboard Top 100, Hot 100 type stuff. That's not what Nas has ever aimed for, and he shouldn't, because that's not his lane. Hit-Boy also produced Detroit 2 for Big Sean, which again was not aimed at radio. Sean is a much more mainstream focused act compared to Nas, but at this point in his career, he's just making the music that he wants. When he wants to talk about mental health, he's gonna make a song about that. If he wants to turn up and talk his ish, he's gonna do that, but he's not following any prototypical format either. His beats have become a little bit more trappy as far as his selection, and he's kind of digging into that Detroit kind of drill with some of the production as well, but still he's not aiming to be on the radio. If Big Sean wanted to be, he absolutely could drop radio hits with his eyes closed. He did it at one point throughout his career, especially when he was helping with Kanye and them. The other producers that were mentioned on the song, we're yet to see if they have any reaction or if they have anything to say. I'm gonna stay tuned. I would love to see there be like a battle royale of producers going at it to see who's the best and going for music production supremacy. I think the spirit of competition needs to be upped in hip hop. I think that's what makes for better music. It doesn't mean that you gotta try to be the best rapper or that you gotta try to be the greatest of all time, but you should want to stand out amongst your peers. You should want to be like, okay, somebody dropped some heat, I'm gonna up the ante on that. I'm gonna up the score because I want to have similar, if not harder, impact on the culture. That's what we really should be aiming for. So again, I'm gonna stay locked on this. Now, in Metro Boomin's defense, I did hear him do boom bap for Gilly the Kid. Remember when he made that beat on the spot for Gilly on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and Gilly came out of retirement for a second to rap? That was kind of a boom bap beat. I've also heard DJ Mustard chop soul on Culture 2. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments, man. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.